Bonjour, bienvenue à Paris. Today we are here at Place Victor Hugo, which is in the 16th arrondissement of Paris, and it's my home while I'm here in Paris. I have the cutest Chambre de Bonne, and I wanted to show you all around, including my local neighborhood. So let's wander around the place to my apartment, which is in the building behind me, and grab a croissant on the way. Okay guys, the Eiffel Tower is just down there. It's a very short walk and an enjoyable one too. Okay guys, we're here at the front door of my apartment, but I wanted to show you a couple of things as well. Location is everything, and being close to amenities as well as attractions is key here in Paris. So across the street, we have a Franprix, which is a local supermarket here in France. We also have a really good metro station, an amazing boulangerie with the best croissants of my life, and also really quick and easy access to the Arc de Triomphe, Champs-Élysées, and of course the Trocadero to see the Eiffel Tower as well. So from here you can either catch the metro or walk, and it's really easy to get everywhere. Anyways, shall we go inside and check it out? In true to fashion being a maid's chamber, we use the servants' entrance. Welcome to my apartment. Welcome to the entrance area of my Chambre de Bonne. Obviously, being a Chambre de Bonne, it is teeny tiny, so my entrance isn't quite large, but what I've done here is there's some really helpful hooks on the back of the door here, and there's 2 coat hangers on arrival, and I also brought 3 from home. So all my clothes that crash and need hanging or ironing, and I don't have an iron in this space, I'm just hanging them up on the back of the door here. So it's kind of really handy, just have it out of the way, and it's really maximizing the space that I have. There's also this mirror, although not as functional as you would like in a mirror, it does make the space just a little bit more quirky and charming. So there is a TV here in the entrance area, so it's on a little shelf above the kitchen bench, and I'm not using it, I'm not going to use it, so I'm kind of using the shelf for storage of some typically Australian goodies that I've brought my friend Nora from Switzerland, who'll be arriving shortly. So I've got caramel liqueurs, Tim Tams Milo, Vegemite, and a Indigenous artwork printed water bottle, if anyone was interested in what I get my international friends. There you have it, a little Aussie hamper. Welcome to the kitchen. All in all, we have quite a lot of space. It's way more than I was expecting, which is always nice. I was kind of conditioning myself to how small the space would be compared to what I'm used to, and I got in here and I was like, whoa, it's massive. So I have lots of bench space. Like at the end, I kind of utilizing a little bit as part of the entrance, like all my bits and pieces that I'm carrying in and out of the house. And then we have the double stove top here, which is good if you want to cook anything up. There is no air vent though, so just be wary that it could get stinky in here depending on what you're cooking. I've been cooking with the window open and just basic, simple things. We have a big sink, which has been handy because I have been doing some laundry in here as well as obviously washing my dishes and things. I did find some hand washing detergent at the supermarket across the street. And then in the end of the bench here, I have just some snacks, some fruit, all the cutlery, and my souvenir from the Musée Monet that I went to this week. And then we go to the storage. So there's a big fridge. It's a way bigger fridge than I was expecting. Like, it's a lot more than what I need here, and I'm staying for 2 weeks. We have the cupboard here with cleaning utensils, and as I mentioned before, down on the bottom right, there is all the pots and pans and things to cook with. Up in this cupboard here, I have all the bowls and plates and glasses that came with the apartment, as well as a toaster and some other things that other guests have left behind. Then, in this middle cupboard, because I'm here for 2 weeks, I wanted to unpack. It just makes things so much easier. So I have all of my clothes here, and I have essentially a whole shelf to fit more clothes, which is really nice because I didn't want to have to be getting in and out of my suitcase, especially in a small space. I have all my toiletries, my hair straightener, hairbrush, my electronics, and the apartment also came with a hairdryer which is on the top shelf and some extra rolls of toilet paper and soaps and things like that I've just stashed in the cupboard rather than being on top. Also, when I got here, the Nespresso coffee machine was also on the counter, but I've put it in the cupboard with the pots and pans as well as the kettle, just so I have that extra bench space and minimizing clutter as much as possible because I am in a small space. And that pretty much wraps up the kitchen, which then leads us to the bathroom. I couldn't figure out where to stand for this one because it is tight for space. So here we have to have a towel drying rack, which is also really handy to dry your clothes if you wash them in the sink like I did last night. I've got my floor towel there, my bath towel there. It only came with one of each towels. I may ask my host later in the week for a fresh one, especially because I'm here for those 2 weeks. But this shower, guys, it is so much bigger than I was expecting. I've seen photos of showers and I've had tiny showers in this that are Parisian showers where you can't lift your arms, but look, I can wash my hair, it's really nice. The water pressure does leave something to be desired for, but that's just because I'm spoiled at home. The toilet obviously is not in this space, just the shower, and I kind of like that there's a larger shower and no toilet because I don't like cooking in the same room that I go to the toilet. So it's a toilet 2 doors down. I won't show you, we've all seen a toilet before, and it's just shared with a couple of apartments. I think maybe 2 others are using it. So far I haven't need to wait for anyone to go to the bathroom, so that's probably good to know. And it's clean, there's toilet paper, we've got extra toilet paper too, so it's pretty good. Now to the storage / bedroom. Okay, so here just next to the shower there is a gap, so that's where I'm storing my suitcase. So my suitcase is a medium-sized suitcase and it's 27 centimeters in depth, so it fits in the space really well. You could probably go an extra 2 centimeters, but not much more. I've also got my handbags here just to store them, so everything's kind of tucked out of the way, as well as my extra shoes down here. And that brings us to the bedroom. Okay, so welcome to the bedroom. So it is a single bed, so obviously it is a small space. This is designed to be for 1 person. So if you're having 2 of you, there is actually an apartment just down the hall which does have a double bed, and I've seen the photos, and going off this apartment, it was really true to the photos, so I'm sure that is too. And I'm going to put a link to both of these apartments down below, so if you are looking for an apartment in Paris and you think this is for you, you'll be able to book it as well. And the host is really, really lovely, and she has so much information and helpful. It's designed into an app, so you download it, it's on your phone, you don't need Wi-Fi to access it, and you get all sorts of useful information. Anyway, stop plugging Airbnb because this is not sponsored at all whatsoever. I'm just in love with this apartment, and I have been since I first saw it. So yeah, it's a single bed. It's super comfortable for me. I like a bit of a firmer bed, and it's just so comfy, especially because it's my seating place throughout the day as well. If I'm popping into the apartment or eating a meal in here, I'm sitting on the bed. And you have just 1 pillow. It is a little thin for my liking, but I am having really good sleep. And there's 2 power points also down by the bed, so you do have a place to plug in your phone right there. And then there's also a fold-up table that's in the apartment that I'm currently using as a bedside table, but if I need a bit more space, I'll just stow that back again under the bench top where the bin is. So this bed actually also has 2 massive drawers that are empty in the base. I'm not needing to use them, but if you had, say, a collapsible suitcase or anything like that, you could store it down there. I thought about putting my shoes in there as well, but how I've got it at the moment is working for me. One thing that makes this apartment just so much cuter, and it takes it from that kind of small cramped space to just charming and magical Parisian experience, is the wallpaper behind me. Like, I'm obsessed with it. I want to get it for my home. I don't think Joey will allow me, but it's got all of the sights of Paris on the wall, and it's all light and airy and bright in this apartment. Which brings us to the piece de resistance. Let's have a look, guys. Welcome to Paris. It doesn't get much more Parisian than that. That is a wrap of the tour of my Chambre de Bonne here in Paris. If you're after a truly Parisian experience, I can highly recommend this, but only if you can deal with small spaces. But for me, it's way more spacious than I was imagining, and I am totally in love with this apartment. It is such a nice, relaxing place to come back to after a day out seeing the sights. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming adventures here in Paris and back home in Australia. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bisous, bisous.